This is the Phillies POSTCAST, your instant game reaction for the Philadelphia Phillies. Part of the Locked On Podcast Network. Your team every day.
Oh my goodness gracious. Welcome into the show, everybody, after a 3+ hour game. Is that even allowed anymore nowadays? Welcome in. That was exhausting, but the Phillies come out with the victory. They come out on top, beating the Atlanta Braves 4-3. Trea Turner with the game-winning home run in the top of the ninth inning, absolutely turned on a first-pitch slider and belted it about a row deep into left field. And the left field stands there at Truist Park. Love to see it from the Phillies. It took long enough for the Phillies offense to have any sort of life. Bryce Harper also obviously came up with a big swing as well for a 2-run home run to put the Phillies in front 3-2, or 2-1. So you love to see that from this Phillies squad as the game was going on. A lot to follow, a lot to get through. It was a 3-2 lead that Bryce Harper gave him in the seventh inning. But eventually the offense came around, and now you have the opportunity to win another series tomorrow with Jesus Luzardo on the hill. You get another, I hate to call anything less than 5 innings a solid start, but Taijuan Walker still gave you 4 2/3 today. 94, 95 pitches he had thrown in today's game, and also no runs allowed. So now we're looking at, 10 2/3 innings from Taijuan Walker that have been scoreless so far on the year. I think anybody would take that from the Phillies starting pitcher, who I know last year. 4 2/3, 94 pitches today, 5 hits, 3 walks issued, 5 strikeouts. Here's the craziest thing I'm going to look at from this game. And I got to go to the Atlanta Braves box score for this one. Look at that number down at the bottom right-hand corner. For the people on the podcast, I'm looking at a graphic on the screen right now for the YouTube viewers. 198 pitches. Phillies offense today saw 198 pitches. I left off counting how many at-bats there were, but in the 8th inning, the Phillies had 14 different 3-ball counts. So you know they're going to be throwing a lot of pitches, and also you know this game is going to be dragging on for quite some time, but it was well worth it. You wanted to see the Phillies be able to win this game despite how long it was. You wanted to see the Phillies win this game despite how many pitches they saw in this one, and you also wanted to see the Phillies win this one. So you knew that they had an opportunity to win the series tomorrow. Again, another 7:15 start time. Let's get into it when we talk about our player of the game.
This is the Locked On Player of the Game.
How do you go anybody other than Trea Turner? I know that Bryce Harper had the big hit in the 7th inning, and that was great. He battled it in at bat, and that was great. But Trea Turner, to start the game the way he started the game, then to end the game the way he ended the game, he absolutely gets player of the game. Now, what do I mean by that? Now, in the 1st inning, I had joked, I put it out there on Twitter there, saying that Trea Turner, Alec Bohm, Bryce Harper, they made the Phillies chase rate that I know everyone loves mentioning. Oh, they made their ranking, which was number 1 in chase rate. They probably plummeted after that 1st inning because Trea Turner is swinging at pitches in the dirt. 3 pitches out of the zone, he's swinging at pitches in the dirt. Alec Bohm comes up later in the inning. Bryce Harper right after that, he's swinging at pitches in the dirt. Then Alec Bohm steps up to the plate. He's swinging at a pitch in the dirt. It was awful. And I thought, no, this is the way the Phillies are going to go, especially against a guy like Grant Holmes, and it's going to be a very long day because he was abusing his sweeper in today's game. He was abusing his slider in today's game, and the Phillies didn't know what to do with it. So although he was laboring and he was going out there and getting a chase at 3-2 fastballs in the dirt or 3-2 changeups, whatever it might have been, he had the Phillies off balance the entire way. And the slider, more so than anything, was confusing the ever-living you-know-what out of the Phils. Trea Turner is a perfect example of that. He goes from his 1st inning golfing tryout, where he swings at 3 sliders in the dirt, to being the guy that won the game in the 9th inning. And what I saw from him in that 9th inning, now, again, this is the 3rd home run he has hit off Iglesias in his career. So he either is recognizing something well out of his arm, or he just knows his pitching style. He knows what he's going to get. And if you know what you're going to get and you're going to jump on a first pitch, what do I always say? You better guess right. And it was more than just a guess. It was, you know what it was? It was more than a guess. It was a hypothesis. There was a lot of stuff that went into that swing. There was a lot of stuff that went into the idea that he was going to have when he went up to the plate saying, no, I'm going to swing at this. He's going to give me a slider, and I'm going to belt it. You know what he did? He turned on that slider and put it out of the park for a Phillies 4-3 lead. So Trea Turner gets the nod for our player of the game. When it comes to turning point,
time to reveal where the game was won or lost. It's the turning point.
For me, this is when everything became crunch time. And it was in the 8th inning. Your tie game 3-3. You got Ross on the mound. He's pitching against De La Cruz. De La Cruz gets a single to right field. Off the wall, Castellanos, I forget who said it during the broadcast. It might have been Ben Davis, but the ball found his mitt. That's absolutely how it happened. He just happened to have his mitt out there. Ball was hit over his head. He was right place, right time. Hey, made the play regardless. Leadoff single as opposed to a leadoff double was a lot better for the Phils. Then Kelenic goes up there, tries to bunt. This is when I felt the Phillies were going to win this ball game. This is the moment. I mean, I felt like they were going to win when Bryce Harper hit the home run and then went up a run, but unfortunately he gave that right back because Austin Riley stepped up to the plate, and he did what he has done really not so much last year, but in the season before, hitting 5 home runs off the Phillies in that one season alone. That kind of sucks for the Phils. Last year, only 1 home run. I was hoping he wasn't going to get off to a good start. He had some opportunities to hurt the Phils earlier in the game. Did not come through. This time he did come through. Tied the game up in the bottom of the 7th inning at 3-3. Then in the 8th inning, again, fast forward back to this moment, Kelenic tries to lay down a sacrifice bunt to get a runner in scoring position in a tie game in the bottom of the 7th, or bottom of the 8th, excuse me. Bryce Harper charges this ball perfectly and throws to second base to get the lead runner. Then on the very next play, there's another opportunity. Now this time you still have Joe Ross in the game. Arcia hits a sharp grounder to third base, and Alec Boehm is able to make the 5-4 fielder's choice with the put out at second base. So again, the Phillies get the lead runner. And then Joe Ross leaves the game. Jose Alvarado comes in. He faces Michael Harris II. Michael Harris II grounds to shortstop, and Trea Turner, because Michael Harris II runs extremely well, has to field this and fire it quickly across the diamond. He gets to it. He fires across the diamond, and Bryce Harper again comes up with a great defensive pick to make sure that they get the final out of the inning and no damage is done. That, to me, was the turning point of the game. Trea Turner came up in the very next inning and put the Phillies in front 4-3 for the win. Jose Alvarado comes on in relief. He takes care of business when it came to the save. A lot of pitches there for Jose Alvarado. At least it felt like a lot of pitches, but maybe it was just because there was a lot of pitches thrown in general. No, another 30-pitch inning, 30-pitch appearance by Jose Alvarado. He also had a couple of those pitches, 2 pitches it was. 2 of those pitches came in his 8th inning when he got the Michael Harris II out after just 2 pitches to ground out the shortstop there, as I just mentioned. So Alvarado there comes up with 29 pitches in that 9th inning to close the door on the Atlanta Braves, including 2 strikeouts. So you love to see it. As far as some gripes in this game, now I'm happy, but there's some things that I know I'm not alone here. I believe Brandon Marsh is now 0 for 17. Alec Boehm, is the approach going to get any better at any point in the game? They were making comments during the broadcast, and I'm with them. But he just seemed lost. And that last pitch that he saw when he came up to the plate in the top of the 9th inning, he took a fastball that was right on the corner. If it was the robo lumps, it would have been a strike. But you see the frustration starting to boil over a little bit, to say the least, with Alec Boehm. It started with some bat slams, but he is going up there guessing a lot of times, guessing right, but missing. Or he's going up there and he's just guessing extremely wrong. And the perfect example of that is the 1st inning, just after Trea Turner finished his golf audition, his golf tryout. You had Alec Boehm step up to the plate. He swung over top a slider that was in the dirt. He did swing at the first pitch. Not the best thing for him. Then he comes up later in the ball game in the 3rd inning, again, chases another slider. This one was nowhere near the strike zone. This one was, I'm deciding to swing at what I think is going to be a first pitch fastball. And, he swung on the Monday, and the pitch didn't get there until Friday. It was absolutely abysmal. He just does not look good. And look, I am not one to rip a guy for body language. Like, I want you to be pissed off. If you're not performing well, if you're Alec Boehm right now and you're not performing well, guess what? I want you to be angry. I don't want you to look lost. That's the other part of it. And that's certainly what Alec Boehm looks like right now, unfortunately. Like, I'll compare him to another guy on a positive side of things. Bryson Stott in the 6th inning got that RBI that he just hit on a bullet towards Ozzie Albies at second base. He is up in the count 3-0, goes 3-2, stays with it, hits the ball, just a bullet on the ground, one of the best contacts the Phillies made all day, and gives the Phillies a 1-0 lead. He stayed in it. 3-0, he wasn't looking to walk. If there was a pitch, he'd take the pitch. He'd take another one, foul 1 or 2 off, and then he'd look for something to hit. That's how you work a count. And no matter what you say about Bryson Stott, he is one of the guys in the Phillies lineup that I always have confidence in going up to the plate for a good at-bat. I do see him down the line being a leadoff hitter, but not anytime soon with the way the Phillies have been hitting on top of the order, especially with Kyle Schwarber. Now hopefully Trea Turner starts swinging the bat with some power. But that's what I'm crossing my fingers for. But I always have confidence in him going up there and having a good at-bat. I will say this about Grant Holmes as far as the game went today. One inning where I think you got to throw your hands up as a hitter. It was the third inning. Second inning. Kepler goes up there, leads off with a single, just under Arcia's mitt at shortstop. Castellanos flies out to center field. Real Muto steps up there. Now, prior to Real Muto going up there, you would seen changeups, you would seen sliders, pretty much all off-speed stuff. JT Real Muto steps up to the plate and sees 3 straight fastballs all in the strike zone. See you later. That's it. 3 straight fastballs. Real Muto had to be like, where did those come from? And he sits down. But again, it's a hat tip to Grant Holmes for really keeping the Phillies guessing in the early stages of this game. And if you look at it from a Phillies perspective, the Braves perspective, here it is. You don't get a run until you get into the bullpen there. All 4 runs scored off the bullpen. Same thing, flipping it over to the Phillies box score, looking at their arms. No run scored on Taijuan Walker again for a second straight start. Great to see that. Jose Ruiz, they get to him for 2 runs. Joe Ross, they get to him for a run before Jose Alvarado slammed the door. So that, for me, really, really told the story of the game as far as, again, getting to the bullpen and making sure that you can start teeing off on them, at least more so compared to what you were doing to the starting pitching. When we come back, we're going to take a look at the main subject of the game, which you guys are going to be kicking around tomorrow. I'd love to say that it's going to be all positive. Oh, yeah, I got a chance to win. That's all, yeah, it's a chance to win the series. I know it's going to be hopefully all positive, but there's one thing I know a lot of people are going to be focusing on. We'll talk about that when we return. This is Locked. Also, we'll check the chat as well, see what you guys are saying about this game. Also, that's when we return on Locked On Phillies YouTube channel. Make sure you guys like and subscribe to the Locked On Phillies YouTube channel. Back after this. Let me tell you about wonderful pistachios. Not okay pistachios, not good pistachios. Wonderful pistachios, okay? Look for their snack that both is nutritious and delicious. Crack into a good source of protein with wonderful pistachios. Wonderful pistachios is one of the high-protein nuts. Each 1-ounce serving has 6 grams of protein, giving you over 10% of your daily value. Plus, they're packed with fiber and better-for-you unsaturated fats to keep you feeling fuller longer. Personally, I love no shells variety. It's the perfect grab-and-go type of snack for extremely busy days, maybe a doubleheader or 2 down the line in the season. Be grabbing some wonderful pistachios for that. Whether I'm snacking at the desk, whether it's a road trip, whatever it might be, wonderful pistachios, it's where it's at. The fact that wonderful pistachios is complete protein, providing all 9 essential amino acids. How do you say no to that? Whether you're running between meetings or dropping the kids off, wonderful pistachios are the snack that works as hard as you do. Get snacking and get cracking with the snack that packs the protein punch. Visit wonderfulpistachios.com to learn more. That's wonderfulpistachios.com. Monarch Money. Check a bank account lately? You ever check a bank account and go, where did the money go? There used to be money here, like a lot of it. Now, well, not a lot, but a good amount. Well, to help you track your finances, and I know that could be tough for whatever reason, Monarch Money helps you with that. Between dining out, online shopping, entertainment, easy to lose track. Monarch Money, it's not just a budgeting app. It's a complete financial command center. You can track all your accounts, investments, and spending in one place so you stop just managing your money and start building wealth. How about this? When I started using Monarch Money, what really surprised me was how much money I spend on takeout food. I know that can get a lot of people. Oh, it got me. Instead of juggling multiple apps, you can just use Monarch Money to check your finances, track spending, and even plan long-term goals. Managing money with your partner, smoother and easier than ever, and stress-free. Take control of your finances with Monarch Money. Use promo code LOCKEDONMLB at monarchmoney.com. That's LOCKEDONMLB at monarchmoney.com for 50% off your first year. Monarchmoney.com, LOCKEDONMLB for half off your first year. What will you be kicking around tomorrow? Let's kick it around right now.
This is what you'll be talking about.
I think it's going to come down to the bats is what you're going to be talking about tomorrow. And here's what I think a lot of people are going to be kicking around. Yeah, sure, whoop-de-doo. We got a chance to win the series. A lot of people will say that tomorrow. But you'll also say, how the heck is Alec Bohm 0 for 5 with 4 strikeouts? How is that potty? This is your cleanup hitter we're talking about now? Hasn't had a hit with runners in scoring position since the opening day? What are we doing here? Like, I know that there was a big talk, Kyle Schwarber or Trea Turner at the leadoff spot. You might have to move Kyle Schwarber down to the cleanup spot because Alec Bohm ain't doing it, man. You want to look for somebody to put Edmundo Sosa in for? Hi, Alec Bohm. Just look at the guy they call Raffy. He's tall enough that he looks enough like a giraffe. You can't miss him. Also, 178 batting average, 4 strikeouts, 0 for 5. Yeah, I think you can sit him down for a minute or two. I know it didn't do wonders for him last time, but it might do wonders for him this time. Also, Brandon Marsh. Holy pots and pans. 143 batting average now for Brandon Marsh. Come on, bro. They literally said to him before the season, hey, you're a center fielder, have at it. And then Johan Rojas didn't do us any favors yesterday by that ball bouncing on his big toe, allegedly. He did take full responsibility. One thing I didn't say during the postcast yesterday is that Johan Rojas did come out after the game. He was like, yeah, that was on me. It's my responsibility. I got to take that. It's like, yeah, thank you. Appreciate it. So that's what I think you guys are going to be kicking around tomorrow. And yes, on a more positive side of things, Trea Turner's home run. Bryce Harper gets his first home run since the National Series. That ball exploded off the bat in the 7th inning. Just absolutely exploded off the bat. A 2-2 fastball out over the middle of the plate from Dylan Lee, and he just tattooed it to right center field to give the Phillies a 3-2 lead. Also, before that, Trea Turner got a single. So another couple of hits there for Trea Turner. You like to see that. Let's get into the chat check and see what wonderful people are saying on this fine Wednesday evening. Jess Patrick, what's going on? 4 2/3 start from Walker, leaving bags loaded after final hitter, no quality, but scoreless is scoreless. I concur with you. Speaking of which, thank you for referencing that when it came to Taijuan Walker. 2nd inning. 1st and 2nd, 2 outs. Kelnick at the plate. 3-2 pitch. Gets him to ground out to second base. Love to see it. 3rd inning. 1st and 2nd, 2 outs. Then he loads the bases with Matt Olson being able to take first base. By the way, at that point, this is the 3rd inning. That was the 5th 3-ball count for Taijuan Walker. So it wasn't just on the Braves side of things here. Then he gets Austin Riley on a 2-0 pitch, throws him a 2-0 cutter. This was the first time I thought Austin Riley was going to come up and do some damage against the Phillies. He did not. He fouled out to Bryce Harper on a great play. Good play by Bryce Harper. Johnny on the spot was where he was supposed to be there, so you love to see that. But got out of those 2 innings there. In the 4th inning, or the 5th inning, that's when they made the call to the bullpen when he had another 1st and 2nd 2-out situation. Olson walked, and that was another bases loaded situation. Walker goes out, Ruiz comes in, gets Riley to fly out to left field. Right field. Stott making a great running play on that. So good defensive play there by Bryson Stott. So that's what I'll say about Taijuan Walker. I just want to make sure I highlighted that. Thank you, Jess Patrick, for reminding me. Lil G Griffin, what's going on? I'm a big fan of the Phillies. Good, then you found the right place. That was rough to watch. It was long. I think I said that about 4 times in the open. It was a long one. Over 3 hours. Phillies saw 198 pitches. Phillies threw 165 pitches. Holy pots of pitch. That's amazing. That's a lot going on in one game. I just missed where I was at. There I am. Thaddeus Brown, Dubs, all about the Dubs. Thaddeus, great name. Bullpen is going to need to improve so bad. Still pissed we lowballed Hoffman. He should be here right now. Yeah, I'm with you there. Phillies offense, yep. Okay. Offensive, okay, fair enough. Bayman 100, Taijuan Walker is the only active Phillies starter yet to give up a run. I can't believe I just typed that, but man, we will take it. I know, right? Morgan Landy, hello. Phillies win, laugh out. Why is it laugh out loud? In what world does Wheeler surrender 5 runs? That baseball's a humbling game, right? Baseball's a funny game like that, as they say. I had the same thought. I think it was Ben Davis that brought it up during the broadcast today. Just like, yeah, Zach Wheeler, the runner-up to the Cy Young Award winner, and the Cy Young Award winner, Chris Sale, pitching yesterday, and it's like, hey, offense galore. 12 runs scored in the game. This one, it's squeaking out runs. Jeremy, what's happening? It wasn't pretty, but I'll take it. Umpires are god-awful. They were god-awful. Who was Merzel? Dan Merzel was behind the plate today? Or Merzel? I don't know if he puts the stank on the end. I don't know. But he was bad. He was really bad. Inconsistent on a number of occasions, particularly with high strikes. Oh, it's a strike. That's a ball. That one was in the zone. Oh, it was a ball. I see it on the TV there. Bandman 100 was Walker clearly can't go more than 5. Just to start, I'm still going to take the the beginning of this game. The put-away pitches weren't really there for him tonight. The strike zone was kind of fluctuating throughout the night. I'm not going to take a lot out of 94 pitches in 4 2/3 tonight. It seems like a lot, but watching the game with a fluid strike zone, I'm not going to lose. I'm not going to go bananas over that one. Evelyn, woo! Thank you, Turner. Thank you, Harper. Thank you, Walker? Question mark. It feels weird saying that. I'm also enjoying Ben Davis and T-Mac, as did I. By the way, shout out to T-Mac and my man Greg Murphy. I think they played Augusta either yesterday or today, which I am extremely happy for. That's got to be amazing. Definitely a bucket list. Bandman 100, Bohm and Marsh just brutal. Yup, pretty much. Ray Amato, Turner saved us with that 9th inning shot. Alvarado causes my heart so much stress sometimes. Wasn't sure he was going to be able to hold it out, but he did. He did. He really did. John Messina, what's going on? Bohm needs day off, play Sosa. They did give Bohm a day off already. That's the thing. Like, as I was doing that little tirade on Bohm, they did give him a day off. Same problems. LK Time, what's going on? I've been watching this game, and I was so relieved when Turner hit the home run. I had the same thought. If this goes extra innings, I love baseball. And this game in particular just felt like it was going to be too much baseball. I know I've referenced over 3 hours. I got to see the official time on the game. Was that going to be Gamecast there? 3:07. Holy Stromboli. All right. Anyway, Land On Airlines. Okay. Land on? Let's hope so. Is Taijuan Walker back to his 2022 All-Star self? I hope so. Find out. So wait, Walker was in a sort of a pitcher's duel tonight, and Wheels was responsible for 5 runs. Rojas, sure. I feel oddly sober for such a drunk statement. Philly N8, what's going on? That's a great line. I'll be stealing that from you and try to remember to credit you. Bohm is a day off. Play Sosa. I would say he definitely give him another one. I mean, this is just. Look, I'll say this. Rob Thompson's been quick to bench Alec Bohm. Did it in the postseason last year. Did it at the end of the season last year. Let it sure do it. I don't know what his approach is at the plate. Kevin Long needs to get involved there somehow because it has not been pretty. And seeing him, especially in his 3rd inning at bat, the 3rd inning at bat, if you guys, I don't have it here, unfortunately, but if you guys check the play-by-play on ESPN, if you go to ESPN.com, see the play-by-play, and it gives you the chart of the pitches. When you click on Alec Bohm's at bat in the 3rd inning, you're just going to go, oh, God, that's terrible. That is abysmal. It was well out of the zone. So that was bad. DJ Schreier, last one. Man, that game was Dragon Arsh. Great pitching duel, though. Was excited to see how it would end. My Braves came close. Oh, you're a Braves fan. Good game. Hey, good game, DJ. Good game. I forgot they do that at the end of Little League stuff. I mentioned to you guys yesterday that my daughter started softball. They all line up and they do the good game. I always find that hilarious. In a beautiful way. Just like good game. Anyway, Good game. Phillies back at it tomorrow with the Braves. I will be with you guys right here on Locked On Phillies Postcast. Make sure you guys are checking out Connor Thomas each and every day for his Locked On Phillies daily podcast. And then you got me for your Locked On Phillies Postcast after each and every game this season. So look forward to giving you guys some more fine content. As for the Phillies and Braves, we'll be back at it tomorrow night, 7:15. As I mentioned, you got Jesus Luzardo on the hill for the Phils. He'll be going against Spencer Schwellenbach. Schwellenbach 1-0 on the Brave season to this point. He got their only win going into this series. Now, of course, the Braves have 2. Luzardo 2-0 on the season with a 1.50 ERA. Not too shabby either. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Once again, make sure you guys like and subscribe to Locked On Phillies YouTube channel. Right here, part of the Locked On YouTube network. Catch you guys tomorrow night. See you then. Bye.